Good morning. I had to redo the video already because I didn't know if my sound, my little ball thing here was working. Hopefully it is. Okay, today is Tuesday, October 30th. Devil's Night, Devil's Eve, something All Hallows Eve, I can't remember. Uh, but yeah, Halloween Eve, Devil's Night. I think that's what it's called. Where you get to go and create all sorts of ruckus. Where I grew up, we used to go corning, corning. All the field corn. We had a lot of farms around where I live, and all the field corn stays in the field to dry out, and so the farmers can, use it for feed for their livestock over the winter. So we used to go to the fields and get the corn and shuck it into a big bucket, like a big 5-gallon bucket of shucked corn. And then we would go find a place away from the house, our house anyway, and usually on a hill, and we would corn cars. I don't know if anybody from West Central PA, or really any place else, they do any type of corning like that. I haven't really driven back through that part of the state this time of year. So I don't know if corning is still a thing. But yeah, we used to launch handfuls of dried corn kernels at vehicles. Not smart. I think the statute of limitations has passed on that. And then semi trucks got a full cob thrown on it, the cab at the trailer part. But yeah, young and dumb, stupid. We actually got shot at one time with a shotgun. Some dude his nickname was Crazy Eddie. But hey, that didn't stop us. He had one of those pickup trucks that was all lights. Just light, like a Christmas tree. Just lights upon lights upon lights. So you could see him coming where we were corning from. Of course, the leaves are off the trees, and so we see him coming, and load it up. And as soon as Crazy Eddie came by, we all launched our handfuls of corn at his truck, slams the brakes on, and we go running up, because from where we were corning to the road was like a 25-foot steep incline. So no one was climbing up that thing quickly. But still, it was near my uncle's farm, and we knew the area, so we just took up through the woods and then across the field if we had to go that far. But then we heard him tearing out, and we go back to our corning spot, and you could see him go up the road a mile or so and turn around and come back, and we launched our corn again, and same deal, he slams the brakes on, and we run up the hill. And, he tears off again. And then, third time through, we saw him coming, we were all getting ready to launch, and then boom, shotgun up through the trees, just right over our heads. We're lucky we didn't die. Stupid kids. But, hell, it was this was the early 80s. Video games, yeah. But Gen X, we were kicked out of the house. That's true. We don't want to see you. And we'd be like, okay, we're going up to Uncle Bob's and we're going corning. Okay. Be back before midnight or whenever. Parents didn't care. They were just glad to get us out of the house. Just side tangent about this postcard. I hope I have a couple of these typewriter postcards. And I hope, because I have seen this before on other items. Empty. that, going back to my thumbnail the other day, some people are just too stupid to use eBay. They may think that they're getting a full-size typewriter. I've seen it happen. Jackass Retro has a postcard. In fact, it's this postcard showing two, mine's blank back. I got like 50 of these. Showing two life-size cigar store Indians. And his is actually a postcard, so it has stuff on the back that denotes it as a postcard. But he had sold this several times. People thinking they're getting two life-size cigar store Indians for like $8 or whatever it was, shipped for like free or whatever. So, knowing how dumb some people are. Let me see, I need to get into the actual listing. I put in here, obviously, advertising postcard, big letters. And I put down in this description, this is an original postcard. You are not getting a typewriter. You are getting a postcard of a typewriter. I thought I was getting a typewriter. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'm a little too cynical, but I've seen it before. But anyway, getting back to some corning. We would show up sometimes at the corning spot, and it was like I said, it was real close to my Uncle Bob's house. And we showed up one time, and there was a bushel of rotten tomatoes. I mean, they were just really mushy. Uncle Bob gave us a bushel of tomatoes to throw. Yeah, that was, to tell you, the late 70s or very early 80s. No cell phones. We got out of the house and committed felonies. I don't know what. Probably launching something at a vehicle. I mean, we're just lucky. We're stupid and lucky. That because we were on an embankment, and it was on a hill, so there's guardrails. I think it was probably a 50, 75 foot. It was a slow roll down to the river, but still, man, if something would have happened, oof, we didn't think about it. Just dumb kids. But I've been back since out of the Navy and after college, and I moved away, but I was back. Maybe I was in college, and driving through an area, and you could always see there's just corn all over the road. And I was driving through, and it scares you. I got corn, so I don't know how many kids, but yeah, I'm just driving along, and it's just, you get the jump scare because all this stuff hits your car and your windshield just out of the blue. I just laughed. I didn't get pissed. I was like, yeah, that's. We used to go down this. There was the little town I lived in. It was, I don't know. It was. Oh, I told you before. I graduated with less than 39 kids, and the whole entire school district was less than 600 kids, kindergarten through 12. So it kind of gives you an idea how big the towns were. And there's this one alley. It was a street through town. And, I don't know, 20 houses, 10 on each side, something like that. And we would just run down that street, just pocketfuls of corn, and just launching it at the houses. And, oh, you know what, John, keep checking this box. And we did that like 2 or 3 times. And we were all out of corn, and coming from the one side of town to the other, the main road and through town. And officer. We had like one part-time officer or something like that. We had state troopers having to be called in, or county sheriffs, and a group of probably 8 of us or so, and walking across the bridge, and here comes the lights. Not talking about eBay at all here. I'm just talking about, I made it to 10 minutes. Were you kids over there throwing corn at houses? No, officer, we were not. And empty your pockets, and every one of us had like corn residue in our pocket. And he's like, okay, just call it quits for the night. There's something to be said about growing up in the late 70s, early 80s. But we got lucky. We never hurt anybody. I think I still have it somewhere on one of these elbows. I don't know if it's this one. I don't know which one, but I have a big gash. I fell down because the only way you had to climb up that hill to go corning and then climb down it. And one time I was climbing down it and kind of fell and just took a big slice out of my elbow. That was like the only person who got hurt. But back then you just kind of brushed it off and made it back home. No stitches. And then you got yelled at for getting hurt. That's all true. You see all the youngins, and you see all these Gen X videos or reels, and it's true. We were always outside in the woods at night, getting hurt, getting yelled at for getting hurt. So I got one more postcard. Tell me, anybody in the comments want to share their especially if you're Gen X, any stupid Halloween Eve, All Devil's Night or whatever. Hopefully the statute of limitations has run out on you as well. That was about 40 years ago for me. Yeah. And last one. So I did make this a long video. Lucky. Just dumb luck. And then I'm sure there's kids that were doing the exact same thing we did, but the car steered off the road and, someone died, and then those kids are put on trial and their lives are changed and someone's dead. Dumb. Let me see. Anything else? Nothing else? Okay, 13 minutes of reliving childhood felonies. Okay, everybody, hope you have a good day. Let me know what your criminal activity was as a kid. That's it. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.